Hi, this is Dan Pastorini, and you're listening to The Grilling Truth.
Welcome to another special edition of The Grilling Truth as we break down the second annual Dirty Dirty East-West Combine. I want to welcome in from Elite Talent, Bobby Morgan.
Thank you, Coach. First of all, man, I'd like to thank you, man, for giving us the opportunity to come on. You've been with us for the last 2 years, seeing us grow. This is one of the A-class organizations, Mr. Brown and those guys, man. They're just an A-class act, man. And I want to thank those guys for coming out. And I know some of these coaches have games that they're having, so I would like to take the time to thank you all as well.
All right, we'll start off. World Football Federation President Eric Brown. How you doing today, Eric?
Hey, I'm doing all right. Thanks for having us on here.
All right. I know you were involved last year with the first combine that Mr. Morgan did. You want to tell us what brought you back for a second one?
Oh, sure. We actually like the experience of being down there. Our guys like to travel, and it brought a lot of team camaraderie for us for our first year to actually bring, two teams and an all-star team down there and see what the South had to offer us actually on the playing field, which wasn't that much, but Nah, it was good though. So we're ready to be back at it. We hear it's going to be a little bit bigger.
I can't front, man. No doubt they came down here and represented and did their thing, man. That's why we had some stiffer competition coming back with the from the West Coast. I got to take my hat off to them, man. This organization came down and represented to the fullest, all of them.
Well, Bobby, what are you going to do if they whip everybody on the West Coast's ass? We going to play Canadian teams next year?
Hey, that's going to be the next thing, Coach.
Well, we plan on it.
All right, so let's introduce some people or from some of the teams. We got the Capital City Seahawks, James Crowell. How you doing, James?
Man, I'm doing great, man. Blessed. Glad to be here.
All right, so you looking forward to playing some of those West Coast teams?
Oh, man, he better get Canada ready because he's going to take care of them, too.
Well, hell, we're going to run out of places to play football, though. We're only going to be able to do this combine about 3 times.
Well, they got Australia, they got Germany, they got Japan. Just bring them all over.
So you want to tell us a little bit about the history of your team, maybe touch on some of your best players?
Yeah. So Capital City Seahawks, we established the team in the summer of 2012. We started out as just a spring team, won that league twice, and then, last year we decided to take our game to the national level. We did, fairly decent last year, won a few games, lost the most games we ever lost in the season last year at 6-3, but we went on to keep on playing, went down to Atlanta, won that game, and then went on to Florida and won a national bowl game. So this year, we currently stand 8-0 and looking forward to playing the conference championship next week. We got a really good cast of characters this year. Started with my starting quarterbacks. I got 2 really good quarterbacks. Mike Wilson, who's over in Austria playing actually right now. He got an opportunity to play over there. And then our other starting quarterback, Ricky Dobbs from Annapolis. He was a Naval Academy quarterback back in the mid-2000s. And so we just, bringing over, we just got a good cast this year. We're bringing back some really good all-stars. Our running back, Akil Smalley's coming back down for the all-star game. And, some of our big linemen. So we're just really looking forward to it, looking forward to closing out this season and looking forward to getting down to Atlanta and taking care of the West Coast.
All right. We wish you the best of luck taking care of the West Coast. I want to welcome in from the Albany Mallers, Sal Ivaron.
Yes, how you doing?
All right. How you doing, Sal? You want to tell us a little bit about the Albany Mallers?
Well, the Albany Metro Mallers, we actually have a game tonight at 7 o'clock, and we're getting ready for that. And we were excited this week to learn that we had the number 1 ranking from the National Football Events poll for team in the country, which was great. And I'm actually looking forward to, playing in a championship game. I think we played, most likely might play Coach Crowell, and I'm looking forward to that. And then definitely excited about playing the West Coast teams. One of my dreams was always to be Eastern teams have beaten West Coast teams before, but they've always beat them in Florida. One of my dreams was always to go out to Inglewood to play them out there and beat them out there at their field. That would have been something no other semi-pro team's ever done. But we had an opportunity a couple years ago, but unfortunately Inglewood lost, so it didn't happen. And but I'm looking forward to seeing them down in Florida, or down in Atlanta, I'm sorry.
So what made you want to partner up with Bobby and Elite Talent?
It's the commitment that he has, and he has with his with the players. That was one of the reasons, because that commitment about caring and being there, not giving these players, just giving it to them, but making them work for it, and then giving them an opportunity to move on if they can move on. That's what excited me about it.
All right,
we had a good turnout last year down there in Atlanta, and it worked out, very well.
All right, so let's move on to the South Jersey Bengals. Lester Cream, how you doing today, Lester?
I'm doing fine, yourself. Thanks.
All right, you want to tell us a little bit about your team, the history of your team, and basically everything?
Yeah, South Jersey Bengals was created 2010, spring football, went to the championship, fell runner-up. Been playing on a national stage for about 13 years. We're a spin-off of our old team, the Lynx. And just happy to be part of a league that has this competition on this level.
Yeah, it has to be, that's what these guys want, to play against the best competition possible, to possibly be seen and move up from there. Do you think that Elite Talent gives you the best, or affords you the best chance to do that?
Yes, it gives some of the guys from the community that didn't go to college the opportunity to play against other young men who did like 4 years in college, had that look on the pro level. It closes a lot of doors for these young men and keep them out of trouble in the community.
All right. Bobby Morgan from Elite Talent, you want to step in, tell everybody a little bit more about the Combine, about the East-West games?
Yes, sir. Man, we'll have the East-West, like I say, man, we found the best talent out there in the West Coast, and obviously you hear it right here, man. Them being ranked number one, we got the best talent right here in the East Coast coming out of New York, man. Those guys, man, a class act. We'll have the first day for the Combine. After that, we'll have the games on the second day. We'll have the All-Star games on the very last day. And I think I mentioned also we'll have our All-Star team will be coached by all guys in the NFL. We have all NFL personnel this year. So we'll have the NFL Players Association president. He'll be out there as well to take a look at some of the guys. So, not just to get these guys to play football, but it's also an opportunity for some of these coaches to build relationships with the NFL Players Association president. We'll have Leon Searcy, who will be there as well. We also have Julius Williams with the Jacksonville Jaguars. So for these coaches, man, they deserve the opportunity as well to build that network. If you have information, a lot of people are afraid to share that information and try to hold it back. Mr. Brown and his organization, man, has been a class act. So it's a great opportunity for these organizations to, link themselves within an NFL alignment because, they truly do have some talent. I've seen them with my own eyes, man. They do have the talent where some of these guys can play in the league.
Yeah. Do you want to, before we get off here, you want to give everybody the information, the website and everything, where they can go find out, where they can sign up if they just want to be a part of the Combine?
Yes, sir. We have, you can go to www.elitetalent.biz, www.elitetalent.biz, and follow the link on Facebook. I also want to mention, too, it's going to be a very good game for all of the AFL, CFL, IFL, NFL scouts and coaches and everyone that we've already reached out to. Outside of that, for the coaches to come as well, I encourage them to come out and take a look. You want to find some of the best talent in the country, man. We're talking about the East and the West Coast, two top rival teams, man. It's going to be a sight to see.
All right. Thanks a lot, Bobby. So I guess that wraps up the show. If you want to check it out, remember elitetalent.biz. Did I get that right, Bobby?
Yes, sir. You got that right, Coach.
All right. So elitetalent.biz if you want to go be a part of the Combine. So we're going to wrap this show up. Wish all these guys the best of luck playing those Western teams. So for Lester Cream, Sal Ivaron, James Crowell, Eric Brown, Bobby Morgan, I'm Mike Goodpaster. You've been listening to The Grueling Truth, where the legends speak.